Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 412 South Willamette Street here in Newburgh. Located on the left side of the home, right by the air conditioning unit. Now I describe everything as if you're standing in the street facing the front of the house. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We're coming in here a day after the home inspection. This is an actively lived in home, so lots of water goes down. So I don't have access to the inside to run water, but I do have some water I can run on the dump down the clean out here to simulate water flow. Anyhow, we're going to zero out here. Got a little bit of gunk in the line there. Does not take much without water flow to gunk the lens up. We're going to get down line a little ways, then we'll introduce some water to the pipe. There we go. Transitioning here to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe. A little dangly there at the top of the pipe. It just went past the transition. It's just cobwebs. Same thing there. My camera's upside down right now. Cobwebs are very prevalent in sewer lines. More cobwebs there. And I did notice in the front yard, I think we're going to veer across the front yard, moving from left to right. Right before the yard hits the sidewalk, in fact, there it is right there, you have a secondary cleanout. That's what's tying into the top of the pipe right there. Secondary cleanout access. It's under a green kind of valve cover box type lid. Same kind of thing you'd have a sprinkler valve under. I do believe it says sewer on top of it. Anyway, generally speaking, in Newburgh, I believe the city out here still this day is taking responsibility at the right-of-way. So generally, right about where that secondary cleanout comes in, it's city responsibility from that point on. All right, I'm going to dump some more water down the line here just to get a good rush down there, hopefully clean the camera lens up a little bit. Thus far, though, nice looking sewer line. All right, let's put some more water down the line. I'm going to let that run through here really quick. Clean the lens up a little. There we go. Oh man, lens got gunked up again a little bit there. Or that's just the temperature it is today. Camera lens wants to keep fogging up. Anyhow, so as it makes its way out of the road, again, the line comes out about the left side of the house. Oh, someone's running water inside. That's what's going on. Line comes out the left side around where the AC unit is, and I will run backwards here in a moment. Runs up the left side of the house towards the road, approximately about where the front left corner is, or as the line passes that front left corner of the house. The line does about a 45-degree angle shot across the front yard and straightens out right around where that clean-out access is at the front yard and shoots off into the road. You can eyeball pretty nicely where the line's routed if you just see where those two clean-outs are. In case you're curious where the line's at. I love the line does not go underneath the driveway. It's a wonderful thing, should a repair ever be needed. So basically, most everything we just saw from about this point on is city responsibility. And if you're new to home ownership, this line has actually very little grease in it. That first drop into the takes almost nothing to gunk a lens up when the water's not running consistently. If you want to keep your line clean, best advice I can give you, I've been doing this for 13 years. I've done almost 25,000 scopes, done a lot of drain cleaning over the years. Grease buildup is far more concerning to me than a lot of structural issues. In fact, it's often a coupling of grease buildup, you know, often a fairly rinky-dink structural issue, and then homeowner finishing things off by flushing a bunch of balls of toilet paper down the line, or improper things like wipes that ends up causing the problem. But grease is often a major culprit. Makes your line sticky, causes items to slow down as they move to the line and get stuck, especially improper items, and or if you have little kids in the house flushing big balls of toilet paper down the line. Grease makes a huge difference in that stuff getting stuck or moving on. And it makes a lot of blockages that would otherwise break loose on their own naturally. It causes them to get stuck and turn into a full sewer event. So wipe your pans out with a paper towel after the pans cool down, scrape it into a garbage can, pour it into a jar. Just keep it from going down the line. It does a great deal to mitigate blockages from happening. Try and get this camera flipped around here so it goes back towards the house. It looks like the line swaps over to cast iron as we start going back in. Pretty common for this era. Cast iron is very frequently left in the sewer line, or in place at this juncture in time, just because the stuff usually holds up for quite a long time. So right here, what we're approaching appears to be where the line starts going up to the vent. So you do have some gunk there. Some of that's junk my camera has scraped loose from the pipe bottom. Some years of gunk built up. My camera just busted a lot of that loose. Anyhow, the line turns rather quickly and heads right back into the home from where the clean out's at. Cast iron looks like it's in good shape. You do have some gunk built up in the line there. A bit of that is from the camera just scraping it loose. So with water flow here soon, that'll start washing away. But the cast iron looks like it's in good shape. And usually the cast from this era lasts for a long time. The newer the cast iron is, funny enough, the shorter the lifespan is. The stuff that was done in the 70s is wearing out before the stuff that was done in the 1920s. Shortly after World War II, if I recall, is where we start outsourcing cast iron production overseas to China, and the quality of the pipe material went down dramatically. So these older homes out here, usually the stuff lasts for a long time. So anyway, we've got good flow all the way out to the main lateral. The buildup that's in the line back inside the house is minimal enough. And much of it is from the camera scraping things loose. It's not at a point where I'd recommend cleaning it. Much of that will wash away when water starts going back to the line again. So anyway, good look at the sewer line there. Much of it, or most of it, is updated and looks great and is quite clean. Just keep up on those habits of trying not to put grease down the line, and you can keep a line amazingly clean if you keep up on that habit. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time.